Every day with you is magic. Every kiss is better than the last. It's a home I've never known, a place I know will last. For a lifetime of I love yous, two hearts, one beat. You whisper to me, be mine for a lifetime. It's the little things that make our hearts meet. It's like I can hardly breathe when you say my name. I know you've waited and we've prayed, and here we are for a lifetime. For a lifetime.
Every day I swear I need you. With each glance I love you more and more. Our walls came crumbling down. Now hand in hand we soar. For a lifetime of I love yous, two hearts, one beat. You whisper to me, be mine for a lifetime. It's the little things that make our hearts meet. It's like I can hardly breathe when you say my name. I know we've waited and we've prayed, and here we are for a lifetime. Forever and ever for a lifetime. Forever.
My soul found you and fell in love.
Except Our Lady, I don't know, you help us to identify her. If she's the one by opening the veil and confirming if she's the one. Yeah, you can do it when seated. Who is going to open? Is it you or him or? So you can confirm to us. Oh. They will sign it, but I want them to see the certificate, this information, okay?
It's okay?
Read it and
English. So there are some people who may not understand English. You can kindly translate to them so that they can be part of the proceedings. I would like to welcome you to Burundi local government for this civil marriage. I am called Odua Santa. I am the registrar for this marriage, but not the registrar of court. So mark those differences. I'm undertaking this assignment on behalf of the accounting officer or the cow, who is actually the registrar, but they do delegate some of their activities. So I am here on delegation on behalf of the Chief Administrative Officer. But you are in safe hands.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you may recall, because I was handling a marriage, there were only, I think, 8, but you would think the house is full. They were very loud.
Yeah.
But here you are so many, but you're very quiet. What is the problem? Yeah, about 25 days ago, we were able to run a notice or an announcement for Mr. Francis Ladu Wani and Miss Apio Irene Awisha. Is that the right pronunciation? Yes. They had actually provided all the information we required for this marriage. Just for purposes of information, the marriage has now moved from Uganda Registration Services Bureau or URSB, National Identification Registration Authority. My sister, she's actually my sister, and my brother-in-law, they did theirs, but it was still under URSB. So that is the change, but everything has remained the same, except also that the application is done online. We don't now write, we don't use pens anymore. The only pens we are going to use is signing the certificate. Everything you do and then it is done online. So if you do not meet the requirements, this certificate will not come out. This certificate will not come out. So by the fact that we have this certificate, it means they were able to provide all the information that is required. But one, you should tell us who you are you married or not? You pay the required amount of money, and that is it. Then we put this notice on the notice board for 21 days. So the 21 days elapsed, which was our announcement to Ugandans that the marriage is about to take place. But the announcement was also online. Anybody who wants to see the marriage that is taking place in Gulu or in Iran, from Japan or from Costa Rica, you just log in and then you see. If you have an objection, you can also place a caveat. So the world did see you, they witnessed, and they did not object. So congratulations to that. marriage is not very far from a religious marriage, Christian. It is supports monogamy. Polygamy is having more than one partner. These days, anyway, we shall not go to the details, but one man having more than one wife. Just like the Christians, they say one man, one woman. Here also, we are saying one man, one woman. And this marriage that we are going to go through is provided for under the laws of the Republic of Uganda, Cap 21 or 261. It is provided for. But there are only two differences that I will share with you. I will call this the breaching of this marriage. What you should know, okay, about this marriage, and they are not supposed to make you feel uncomfortable or scared or uneasy. Because when you come here, we know you're coming with love, with honesty, with sincerity, and with trust. It's just like when you're going to drive your car. They tell you must have a driving license, you must have it should be roadworthy, and it should have the licenses that are required. But because if you don't do that, when the traffic police gets you, they will impound the car or arrest you. This one, but it will not stop you from driving, isn't it? You will not say all the things, it makes me, I don't want that kind of driving. For me, I want to drive right hand. Of course, now you will be in the right place. They will not allow you on the roads. So this one also is just an indicator to you to drive on the left. We are in Uganda. Keep left. If you go on the right, then these things will apply to you. And what are they? One is bigamy. This kind of marriage does not support bigamy. Bigamy is getting married twice at the same time. And how does this happen? Sometimes you get married from Canada. We do not have that information. That is why we say, can you bring a letter from Canada telling us you're not married, and you were able to present it from your country? He presented his status. His country said he's not married. We have the document. But you can also be married traditionally. Traditional marriage is normally or sometimes abused because our culture says one man, so many women. Am I correct? As long as the man can afford. So that is where the problem comes. If you are a person of one man and more than one wife, if you're coming here, go back to your in-laws of the woman now you don't love. Take her back to the parents. Divorce traditionally, then you come here. But if you marry her, you have married her traditionally, you have also married the other one traditionally. But you have not gone back to the other one that you don't like. Under the law, you are still married to that woman. Okay? The country still recognizes that one as your wife. So if you just ignore, because people like it, sometimes they ignore each other. For years, they say, I married her traditionally. So she's not my wife, she is your wife. So that one becomes bigamy. Am I clear? Yes. Don't be married to somebody and you come here to get married when you have still another person that you're married to. All these ones have similar types of convictions. I'll only read it once and the rest will apply. They say, if you do that, you will be liable to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 5 years. I say the church says one man, one woman. Here they say one man, one woman, and then prison. If you drive on the right, drive on the left. The next, but I said it is not supposed to scare people, isn't it?
Right.
It will not happen.
No
You will not be driving on the right. Then marriage with a especially women. We have seen women, one man having more than one wife, isn't it?
Right.
It means women can afford to share a man. Formally, in our society, it is acceptable. So sometimes you will come here that they have brought you here for civil marriage, and yet you know there are two women who are still married customary to this man. Or maybe there is a marriage that was hidden, it is in the closet. And you come here knowingly that the man is still married. Even sometimes the men do that. You are marrying somebody's wife. You know they are not yet divorced, but we don't know the truth. If somebody comes and complains and says she knew that we were still married, or we knew, that one is also an offense, because that one is also still bigamy. The provisions are still the same. Making false declaration. The documents here, they are from everywhere, from around the world, in town and from everywhere. The one I only know are these ones that I came with, the certificate. So they could be true, authentic, or they could be forged. So if you tell lies in any way in this kind of marriage, it is not a nice thing. That one is, they regard it as making false declaration for the marriage. You should be telling the truth about yourself. That one also is also punishable. The only difference here is I get also 2 years in prison for being careless. I remember in the morning I called her. She knows what I told her. There was something which was not correct. So they could charge me for that. And I get 2 years in jail. But what will actually save me is this document. You have it with you? Yes, that document. It is going to save me. False pretense of impediment to the marriage. What is this? In church, the priest or the father or the reverend will say, speak now or... you speak loudly. You are hearing me now, you are murmuring. The priest will say what? Speak now or forever. Hold your peace. Okay? But if someone will not hold the peace, there, they will of course talk about it. Here, we have, it is open. We first had 21 days. People in Uganda saw, the world also saw. The impediment is actually someone coming to say that I think this marriage cannot take place. I object. That is what we say, we refer to as an impediment. Okay? So if you come here, you do not have the right to actually speak. We refer to that as a false pretense. And who are these people who fall in this category? These are people who are not married. They are cohabiting. Even if you've been staying with your husband or wife for so many years. How many years? You give me how many years now? Like how many years? Oh, that is so little. 50, 60. You have been staying with this person in the house. You are not married. Please do not come and raise your hand. You do not have that right. You only have the right of sitting behind. You are an adulterous person. Okay? The Uganda only recognizes 3 marriages. Okay? 1 is this marriage. 2 is a religious marriage from a church, a temple, a mosque. That is mandated. Don't go to any church which is I don't know behind where, and you get married and you come unmarried when the government does not know about that church. In other words, I'm saying not all churches have the power to do what? Marry. So once, if you want to go and get married in a church or a temple or a mosque, go and find out, is this church mandated to conduct marriages? Because when you put up your hand, I object, say, okay, bring the certificate. You will bring that certificate from that church. Then they will say your marriage was null and void. It was conducted by a church that doesn't have mandates, okay? So it is only the people of these three categories. A religious marriage from an institution with the mandate to marry. 2, a civil marriage. 3, cultural marriage. Okay? Cultural marriage. It is just not going, it should be formally done. Because in our culture, when they marry you, the elders do what? Sign and they hand over the daughter to your home, to you, the man. Isn't it? That one now you're married. But if you just came, you crawled from a corner and there were no things, they might say you did not conclude. So be careful. If you just went to the mother-in-law's house, they gave you chicken and married, no. Get a certificate or a letter from the family. Am I clear? So if you do not have this, they regard you as a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You cannot talk. Recently I'm just going to add just a little more on this. We are about to conclude. I was somewhere, the deceased was just 5 years from becoming 100 years old. Okay? But he had 2 women. One he married, one he did not, but they are children. Okay? So now when they were writing the life history, were there seated. Then he had 1 wife. And I said, is it true? That yes, it's only the official wife. Who is the official wife? The one married. So how old do you think this woman is, the second woman? The husband is just 5 years from becoming 100 years old. So they have been living for many years. Actually, the women are in their 80s, for your information. Only one was recognized. So when you are in a relationship, be careful. People will praise you. That is the wife of somebody. That is the wife of somebody. That is the husband. It sounds very nice. But for us, we say that one is the talk of behind the house. But when you're going to talk in the compound, be ready for the feedback. It is going to be the real feedback. The same people who have been saying that is the wife, they will be the one saying, you are not the wife. You are not the husband. They will be the same people. So know who you are and your status in a relationship. Am I clear? Next is unlawfully performing this marriage. I already introduced myself and why I'm here. So you are with the right person and in the right place. But if it is another person doing it without the mandate, they will also reject that signature. The signature will not be recognized by NERA because they know the signatures of the people, the person supposed to conduct it. So I've clarified on that. This certificate, Mr. Ladu and Appeal, we are giving you only one original, which is this one. NERA is going to get this one, which is an original signature, of course. I will keep this one. And again, I'll also give you this. You will be having 2. But if you don't want to have more than 1, I will destroy 1. Okay? From here. So that you have only 1. Which means, if this one disappears or it gets lost, you will only get a certified copy of the one with NERA or the one with me. You cannot get an original. Okay? So I ask you for your documents. I have seen you have not brought all of them. You will bring all of them. So that we upload. By 5 o'clock, NERA will be calling if we do not upload this certificate. The signed one. They want to see it. They will call. So within 2 weeks, they want photocopies of all this in Kampala. So it means you keep this well. In 2 weeks, they'll be in Kampala. So that anybody can view your database if you're actually married. Because if you're maybe you're going to migrate to Spain, yeah, you'll migrate to Spain. So you'll go as legal people with legally married. But Spain is not going to call Gulu. Spain is going to log into the website with Mira, and they will see what is there to confirm with what you have presented to them. Okay? Next is personation, is like pretending to be somebody you're not. Some people will pretend it's like I'm the uncle, I am the sister, I am maybe the witness, but at least I know the witnesses and their IDs are there. Personation is not allowed. You should be here in your own capacity. Don't be in somebody's capacity. Then the two last and the most important, also, contracting marriage when already married by customary law. Okay? They're saying, like I said before, when you're coming here, you could be married to other persons, customarily. If you're coming here, divorce the others. There's a man who has actually about 15 women. He's traditionally married to them, by the way. That is a powerful man to be here. Very powerful. But if he's coming here, he must divorce 14 wives first. And he remains with one. And the divorce, if you're doing that, do not say it by word of mouth. You're going to go back to your mother-in-law's home. And you talk there. Okay? And they will release you. So another man can crawl into that compound, isn't it? Yes. Oh, that is our culture here. I don't know how the Baganda do it or whatever it is. There should be a divorce. Lastly, contracting marriage by customary law when already married under this act. There are some people who come here when they are married, they are wedded. Okay? There are some people who say they will again wed. We don't stop you from doing that. The only problem will come when you're going to get married again after this marriage. Okay? So the only place where they will welcome you, if you're already married, like if you're already married, if I'm already married, supposing I'm a man, I'm already wedded in Christ Church. Will I go again back to Christ Church to marry another man if the other man, the man I have is still alive? They will not welcome me. If I am already wedded or married under this, will I again come back and do another civil marriage to another man when my partner is still alive? But supposing I want to get traditionally married, supposing now I'm a man, I want to get traditionally married, is there somebody who will stop me? No one is going to stop you. Your wife will come with your wedding certificate. She will go with it to Christ Church and tell the reverend that my husband wants to marry another woman traditionally. What will the reverend say? When they're already wedded, he knows that this and this are wedded, but now the man wants to marry another person customarily. What will the reverend say? My brother in glasses behind, what will the reverend say? No, it's like you are the one who married. I'm the reverend now. I'm the one who married them in the Christ Church there. So now the wife comes to me and saying her husband wants to marry another woman, but traditionally. What do you think I will say as the reverend?
The reverend will say that is a legal marriage.
He will say that. Will he say something else? What else?
Sinful.
It is sinful. Actually, what he will stop at is talking. Isn't it? He will talk. But if the man does not listen, he will proceed.
Yeah.
And normally the men get arrogant at that time. They will say, it is your own problem. I've already wedded you. I've already, is it what? I'm marrying the other one culturally. What is your problem? I've even married you culturally. Okay? Nothing is going to stop that man. They will tell him from church that wait for judgment day, isn't it? God will judge you. And that is where it will stop. But now here, after we finish, you are even now barred from marrying another person culturally, it becomes illegal. These are the only two men I saw clapping. What is wrong? The other men did clap. Well, it's a joke. Well, those are the provisions of the marriage. We have come to the end of the preaching. You just listen to that. Do not feel bad. I know you'll be driving on there. Right. Okay? You are not going to drive on there. Left. We now proceed. I want to listen from the couple and the witnesses. The couple will start. Can we proceed? I have talked about a number of things. Can we proceed to the next stage of the marriage?
Yes.
Okay, you can put that one down when you relax. Just put your papers down. Put your flower on the table so that you can see. Yeah, like that. And the witnesses, can we proceed?
Yes.
Do I understand that you, Ladu Francis Wani, and Appeal Irene Awisha come here for the purpose of becoming man and wife?
Yes.
I'm repeating again, I didn't hear Irene. Do I understand that you, Ladu Francis Wani, and Appeal Irene Awisha come here for the purpose of becoming man and wife?
Yes.
Then I want you to know that by the public taking of each other as man and wife in my presence and in the presence of the persons now here, and by the subsequent attestation that taking by signing your names to that effect, you become legally married to each other. Although no other rights of a civil, religious, or cultural nature shall now take place to any other person, and that this marriage cannot be dissolved during your lifetime except by a valid judgment of divorce. And if either of you, before the death of the other, shall contract another marriage while this marriage remains undissolved, you will be thereby guilty of bigamy and liable to punishment for that offense. I've been very clear. This is a marriage for a lifetime. You cannot get married to anybody in any of these three marriages. You can only do that if, God forbid, one of you passes on, okay? Or if you get a valid judgment of divorce. I don't like talking about that. But that is what this civil marriage comes with. It comes with this one, then it comes with the other part of 5 years somewhere. Then it also allows you to divorce, okay? But that divorce is not done here. It is done by high courts before the judge. But if you go there, you will have to convince them beyond reasonable doubt. I don't know what it means, but you will also not know because you will not go there. But if there is somebody, we have all seen the picture. No one has seen the photo. We have only seen the picture. That being has horns, long fingers, wings, and a tail. What is that?
Satan.
Is who? Satan. So if you learn to listen to that being, then that day of going to the judge will come. Okay? So in case, God forbid, that day comes, I want you to listen very well. I am not party to divorce, so I will not come as a witness. Do not come to me. Okay? You will go alone. Judith, you will go? And you'll go with them for the part of divorce. How about a Chichen? You will go with them?
No.
Oh, okay. That's why no one is going with you. So you will not go. But we know that day will not come. It is just what the marriage provides. But don't think about it. Yeah. So I have said it all. We are now proceeding to the oaths, the part of the swearing and the reading, and then the exchange of the rings, if you have come with them. Do you have the rings?
Yeah.
You will put it on the table, and
This is the thing now. We are silent. Yeah. It's a commercial. Aïe. Encore que tu l'as pas que tu as. Ah, there it is. It's on here.
So that's all.
Yeah.
Now you're going to from yes. Loudly for everyone to hear.
I, Miss Apio Irene Awisha, resident of Ofoyomal Village, Ofoyomal Cell Agwe Parish, Obia Laro Ward, Laro Peche Division, Bulu City, do hereby make oath and state as follows. Number 1, that I am an adult female Ugandan citizen of sound mind, a holder of national identification card number CF980102FFAA, a businesswoman and an applicant herein, and swear this affidavit in that capacity. Number 2, that I am above 18 years of age, having been born on the 24th day of July 1998 to Asel Sam, who was a teacher by profession and is now deceased, and Miss Akelo Rosemary, a businesswoman and alive at St. Mary's Hospital, Lacho, Bulu City. Number 3, that I am single and I have not contracted any marriage with any person in Uganda or outside Uganda. Number 4, that I am not blood related to my fiancé, and therefore there is not any impediment of kindred or affinity or any other lawful hindrance to the marriage. Number 5, that I freely consent to the intended marriage between myself and Mr. Francis Laduwani. Then number 6, that I have been a resident of Ofoyomal Village, Ofoyomal Cell, Agwe Parish, Obia Laro Ward, Laro Peche Division, Bulu City for the last 5 years. Then lastly, that I make this affidavit varyingly, knowing and believing the contents to be true and correct to the best of my recollection and information as disclosed.
I, Mr. Francis Laduwani, a resident of Haishora in South Sudan, do hereby make an oath and state as follows. That I'm an adult male South Sudanese citizen of sound mind, a holder of a national passport issued by the South Sudan government, Ministry of Interior, number R0069187, an information technology expert IT by professional and an application hereby and swear this affidavit in the capacity that I am above 18 of age, having been born on the 15th of January 1986 to Mr. Noah Kwaje Mansuk, a driver and a logistic officer, now deceased, and the Mrs. Farna Harun Jake, a businesswoman and is still alive in Juba, South Sudan. That I'm currently single and have not contracted any marriage with any person in Uganda or outside Uganda. That I'm not blood related by my fiance, and therefore there is not any impediment of kindred or affinity or any other lawful hindrance to the marriage. That I freely consent to the intended marriage between myself and Apio Irene Awisha. That I've been a resident of Foyo Mal, Cell of Foyo, La Rowa, Agua Paris, La Roquete Division in Bulu City for the last 15 days. That I make this affidavit verily knowing and believing the content to be true and correct to the best of my recollection and information as disclosed.
They will now proceed to exchanging the rings and they will say their own words. After this, what you're going to say, you will now exchange your rings and you will say your own words. Okay? This is the marriage finger, the marriage hand. And this is the marriage finger, this one. Okay? That's where you place the ring. So now there's another one. There's another paper there. URSB. With URSB. So they are going to go for that one now.
Yeah.
Yes, that one. So you're saying that to hand. So you look at each other. We are listening.
Now I can't get you out of my mind.
Your tears, your touch, your lips, your love, your laugh, your songs, your stories.
Your heart, your arms, your lips, your laugh, your love, your songs, your stories.
Our tears, our prayers, our laugh, our love, our smiles, our songs, our stories. They're ours
For a lifetime,
I'll love you. Two hearts, one beat.
you whisper to me,
Be mine for a lifetime.
it's the little things that make our hearts meet.
It's like I can hardly breathe when you say my name.
I know we've waited and we've prayed.
Oh darling,
Say my name. I know we've waited and we've prayed. And here we are.
for a lifetime.
smiles. Yeah. Smile for us. Allez, merci madame. On a l'air, on a payé. Good, 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 good.
Every day with you is magic. Every kiss is better than the last. It's a home I've never known, a place I know will last. For a lifetime of I love yous, two hearts, one beat. You whisper to me, be mine. For a lifetime, it's the little things that make our hearts meet. It's like I can hardly breathe when you say my name. I know we've waited and we've prayed, and here we are for a lifetime. For a lifetime.
Every day, I swear I need you. With each glance, I love you more and more. Our walls came crumbling down. Now hand in hand we soar. For a lifetime of I love yous, two hearts, one beat. You whisper